What is going on, everybody? Dan Unfiltered checking out Gray Daze, Sickness. And I remember a bunch of people telling me about them when I wrapped up the last of the Linkin Park albums. And he was like, hey, you still want more Chester? He had a band before them. And I planned to do the full album and just completely forgot. So this comes from Leon, a Patreon. If you guys have any requests, hit me up. Let's finally check out Gray Daze, Sickness. And you know we got to do it. There's going to be Linkin Park comparisons. You know what I mean? We got to see, like, how similar is this about to sound? Already love the sound, and this is the Chester voice. His voice is always awesome. Let's not fool around here. He's one of the greatest of all time. But this is the Chester voice that I fell in love with. This hybrid theory-ish kind of sound. Like his voice changed a little over time. Again, always phenomenal. But this is the one that I remember from like when I was really young. It sounded very similar to this. Like you can tell he was young as hell. Yeah. I am surprised by the use of effects. Like, they kind of, you know, again, the Linkin Park comparison is just going to have to happen. You know, there's no Mr. Hahn here. At least I don't think so. I think the only Linkin Park member here is Chester, I believe, but I could be fucking wrong. But they have no Mr. Hahn. But that they have the effects. It kind of gives a Linkin Park vibe. Now, the guitars don't sound anything like Linkin Park. But just saying, the effects kind of do. Kind of. Whoa. This chorus is fucking fire. The effects. That was a damn good song, and it just, I think, just hearing his voice always kind of like blows you away. Again, I've heard now every single Linkin Park track, I believe, unless there's some like bonus shit somehow I skipped. I've heard it all, and still, you hear his voice after a while. Like if it's been a break and you haven't heard his voice in a minute, when he hits the beginning of that chorus, you still are kind of like taken aback, like, oh shit, That boy can sing. That man can sing. No, that was a damn good song. Did they have an album with Chester, like, back before Linkin Park? Or not? Because I'm pretty sure this is like a newer thing where they're using old Chester recordings, I guess, like vocals that they had somewhere laying around, and put on instrumentals, right? I believe so. That's what it feels like. So did they not have any other stuff? Or did they have an album with Chester and this is just new material? Because if they had an album with Chester back then, how come this band wasn't bigger? Like, that sounded fucking awesome. If this would have come out, if you imagine, this song would come out mid 90s, like before Linkin Park became a big thing, Great Daze would have been fucking huge. Like, this song would have been, this would have blown people's minds, because people weren't really doing this type of stuff back then. So I don't know. Let me know down below. But this song was fire. And I definitely need to check out all of Great Daze. Again, we got to check off everything off the Chester box. I've even heard, what's his name? Mark Morton, the guitarist, who's like featuring Chester. Crossover. If you haven't heard that one, absolute flames. Phenomenal song as well. I think Chester's voice just goes good on anything. Just does. But Leon, this song was awesome. But I have a lot of questions. This opened up, I think this opened more questions for me than answers. Like, again, if they were actually putting out albums somewhere in the 90s before Linkin Park, how come they didn't go anywhere? It's hard not to hear this vocal and be like, or like this voice, and think, if you didn't put, I don't give a shit what song, if that you put that voice on an album, it's gonna sell. So I don't know. Or did they disband before actually recording an album, and the band now is just using stuff they had around? Fucking so many questions. But hit like, subscribe. R.I.P. the GOAT, Chester. Is he on Mount Rushmore? I think he's on Mount Rushmore of male lead rock vocalists. I think he has to be. He has to be.